Maraming salamat sa pagiging masipag.
Yeah, thank you so much for being hard worker for us.
Og að lokum á Tagalog-máli Filipsa. Maraming salamat sa pagiging masipag.
Just finished up a good morning workout and we got some amazing news. From my last video, we were talking about how bad the internet. We've been requesting some customer service, setting it up, transferring both from PLDT and even calling Globe multiple times for the prepaid Wi-Fi. And nothing has happened for like 8 or 9 weeks until now, since the last video. And we got so many comments about Filipinos helping us here in Cebu or around the country. And earlier this morning, a person sent us a message on Instagram, both to me and Sherlyn, that there is somebody selling prepaid Wi-Fi here in the city. And I know it's not a big deal, but being stuck for 8 weeks now and not having internet basically has been kind of tough. First world problems, right? So we reached out to the persons on Facebook that had like a multiple prepaid Wi-Fi routers. Are they gonna transfer it here or deliver? Okay, cool. You know, Filipino hospitality saving us once again. Fantastic workout done. Let's check out the weather today. What? It's cloudy. We got clouds. Where's the ulan? We're gonna do the rain dance, guys. Hookah, 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 bah! Come here, Jake. Hey, Jake. Yes, good boy. Good morning. Oh, yes, I'm a little bit sweaty. I know. Maybe salty, sweaty. Oh, you wanna lick that saltiness? Oh. What's one circle? Sorry, Jake. Go have some fun. I mean, I'm quite used to being in the island where there's no signal and all that. And that's usually just a couple of days, maybe even just 24 hours. But holy moly macaroni, it's been 8 freaking weeks or something. So we're gonna do a trick.
Okay.
See if it's gonna be able to hold the egg without cracking it.
If you crack this, I'm gonna clean. Oh my gosh, be careful. Okay. Oops. Okay, here. Sit. Stay up. Stay. It's really open. You're licking. What? Huh? Open. Ah. I think he's gonna break this.
Yeah, I think you'll break it.
Here.
Oh my god, yes, it in his mouth. He didn't break it. He didn't break it. Uh-oh. 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 He didn't break it. Whoa. Whoa, you take it back. Take it back. Nice one, Jake. He did it. Well, well, well. 8 weeks later, I think we might have done it. We got Globe Wi-Fi. Not sponsored by Globe, but let's hope it works. Once again, Filipino hospitality saves the day. We got so many comments and recommendations from the last video about the prepaid Wi-Fi and just people being selling them. Like, I didn't know you could actually buy many of these and then just distribute them or somehow make a little bit money out of that. We did reach to Globe, the official one, many days ago. I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, I think. So, and we haven't heard anything from them. So Filipinos to the rescue, save the day. Customer service on a multi-billion corporations not working. But the Filipinos, the locals, they save the day. I never used this before, so let's open it up, see if it actually works. Here we go. I wonder if you can travel with this. So if you're in the city waiting for a prepaid Wi-Fi from the big corporations, I highly recommend not contact them and contact the local Filipinos living in the city, because they will give you a better service and a much quicker one. You might just have to pay a little bit more than booking with the corporations. Alright, moment of truth. Plug that in. We got blue lights everywhere. Signal strength 4 out of 5. Connect to Wi-Fi. Okay, password. Voila.
Speed test.
We're back in civilization.
Speed test.
We are connected to the world, Sherlyn. We are connected. And for the final test, we gotta check out the speed. So I always go on Google and type in speed test wherever I go in the Philippines. Click run speed test.
What is that?
What is that? What kind of connection is that?
Maybe put it in the up top.
Well, it says a 4 out of 5 signal. It's in maximum. We got 1.26 MPS and 3 MPS uploads. Oh well. The hospitals back home, they're all run by the government. The guy that's running the hospital, he said something on national TV, and he said it in Tagalog.
What did he say?
So obviously, as we know, there are Filipino nurses all around the world. So every day we have, just like in the US and here, there's like a briefing update on the COVID situation. It's a short clip of the CEO of the hospital speaking about and praising the nurses we have back home, and it's Filipino nurses, a lot of them. So he said in Tagalog, "Maraming salamat sa pagiging masipag."
Yeah, thank you so much for being a hard worker for us.
So if we just play the video, I don't know if you can hear it, I'll put it on there on the screen so you guys can see as well.
Og að lokum á Tagalog-máli Filipsa.
He said, and finally, speaking in Tagalog from Philippines,
Maraming salamat sa pagiging masipag. Og það voru heldur góð lokaorð í dag. Takk.
and that's our final words today. Thank you, he said.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow, it was like I get teared up by hearing that. That's so awesome. He also said there's a huge number of Filipinas and Filipinos working at the hospital, and he thanked them in Tagalog with a very nice pronunciation. So I did not expect that to come from home, but I thought it was something nice to share here in the Philippines, some positive news. And we can also share like what my country has been doing and what other innovation I've heard about Philippines. And it's really cool. One news is that Philippines University, they invented a testing kit that's like almost 10 times cheaper than the normal one from abroad. So normally you would pay like 8,500 pesos for a testing from foreign product, but this university made one that's already out in the market, and it costs only 1,320 pesos. Probably a good idea to have that stick around, especially for people like me that travels a lot. You know, it'd be nice to have that in our kit, just if something happens. You know, if you feel a little bit strange, if you're like feeling fever, you know, how nice would it be to have a test kit at your front? So shout out to the University of Philippines National Institution of Health. It's called Gen Amplify, the test. I'm not sure if it's let me know down in the comment, guys, if we can purchase that yet, because that's awesome. Cheap testing kit is so important for the next 1 or 2 years at least. So that's fantastic news from Philippines. And if you guys want to hear about how we do it back home in Iceland, it's a very, very different method from here. It's like black and white. First of all, we don't even have a lockdown in Iceland. And you might have remembered at the beginning when this thing happened, I was speaking about, I was really worried about Iceland because we had so many cases per capita. I think it was like the highest in the world per capita. But the reason for that is because at the beginning, they tested it about 10% of the population. So they did this massive testing, not just people that were sick or in the hospital, but just random people that were volunteering. And a lot of these people didn't even have any symptoms, so that's why the numbers were really high at the beginning. And that's probably why the numbers are not even that high here or even anywhere in Asia, to be honest. However, there are very strict social distancing protocols. There's no gatherings of 20 people or more, and then they have all these rules and regulations to keep a distance between people. So I'm not going to be preaching about what works and what doesn't work. That is up to you guys to talk about if you want to comment down below. And we also asked in the comments in the last video, like, if you're having the same issues with the LTE in your area, and we got a lot of comments saying yes, in Cebu. I don't know if it's just in Cebu or other places, but people are not able to use their LTE during the daytime. So one person, he says, "Hi Shirley, Finn and Jake, I'm in Car City, and the LTE only works from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. So he sleeps during daytime, and then he does his online work or something just during nighttime. So I think it's a huge problem here in Cebu, Region 7. I'm not sure if it's just here or in other parts of the Philippines. Maybe let us know again how it's in Manila or Mindanao. I'll be really curious. So, and if there's anyone from the telephone communications watching this video, hey guys, is there any way we can bump it up? Get a little bit better, please? However, there's one trick. Someone messaged me on Instagram saying, "Hey Vin, why don't you try just put it to 3G? I was like, huh, interesting. Because normally the phone is set to automatically find LTE, because that's supposed to be the fastest, right? A switch is to 3G, which is, 100 times worse than LTE, slower internet. And now it's working fine. The 3G actually works. So if you're watching this video from Cebu, put it to 3G and you can actually use the internet. Thank you guys.